everybody, welcome to class. It's been a while since I posted. Quick update, I broke my wrist at the end of February, so I've been recovering from that, which is a reason I have not been posting videos. And then also this will be the last video for just a little bit as I relocate to Raleigh, North Carolina. Super excited about that. Hopefully it won't be too long before I start posting more regularly like I used to before I broke my wrist. And I did receive a couple emails from those of you who watch requesting videos and workouts that are a little bit shorter than the hour long, and that is something we're going to do today. So what I have planned today is to just do a quick 15-minute core workout, and then we're going to spend 3 to 5 minutes stretching at the end, because it's always really important to stretch. We always want that balance of strength and flexibility in order to be healthy and active and to decrease injury. So let's go ahead and get started with our legs facing out, feet flexed, legs hip width apart. We're going to take the arms up by the ears and then round the spine over the legs. Pull the belly up and in like you're scooping through the abs. Draw the shoulders down and we're going to roll back. Think low spine, mid spine, upper spine, head. We're going to point the toes as we take those arms overhead, keeping the ribs down so the backs of the ribs on the mat. Float those arms up, draw chin to chest, and let's roll back up, diving over the legs as you flex the feet, pulling through the abdominals. So it's almost as if the arms and the feet are reaching in the opposite direction of your abdominals. And we're going to scoop and roll back again. We're going to do this 3 more times, pointing the toes as we lengthen along the mat. Arms float up, draw chin to chest. Exhale, peel that spine up. Big flexion through the spine as you pull the toes back again. 2 more times. Let's inhale to roll back. Exhale to roll up. This time, try to keep your arms by your ears as you roll down and as you roll up. Flex the feet, big stretch forward. 1 more time. And last one, rolling up, flex the feet, rebuild the spine, tail to head. We're going to keep the arms up by the ears, find the sharpest points of the sits bones, draw chin to chest, and scoop through the abdominals for spine stretch forward. Drive those shoulders down. Make sure the head doesn't get too heavy. Now pulling through the abs and rebuild the upper middle part of your back. The trick here is to stay right on the sharpest points of the sits bones. Pull in through the abdominals. Again, making sure you don't drop the head. I have a tendency to drop mine, so make sure you kind of lift the head at the bottom just enough where your ears are by your biceps. And let's go ahead and do 1 more spine stretch forward. Really pull those feet back, flex your feet, just rounding through the upper middle part of our spine. Rebuild the spine, tail to head. And we're going to go ahead and hug the right leg in. Roll back with control, ending in an ab prep, setting yourself up for single leg stretch. Hands are just going to be a little platform for our knee to draw back into, and we're going to switch, reach, switch, reach, stretch that leg. While I'm working in neutral, feel free to work in imprint. Let's go ahead and double time this. 8, 7, 6, just touching the knees. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Both knees in, curl deeper. We're going to take the legs out and the arms overhead for double leg stretch. Circle those arms, pull those knees back in. Inhale, reach, pull those abs in, flatten your belly, pull the knees back in as you circle the arms. 5 more times like this. Look right at your knees. 4 more. Good, make sure your belly doesn't poof out. 3 more, keep those shoulders down. 2 more. 1 more time. And now we'll take a nice little break, rolling the head side to side if you feel any tension in the neck or shoulders. Deep breaths in and out. We're going to go ahead and curl back up as we reach our left leg to the ceiling, right leg out. Now for those of you who with tight hamstrings, feel free to work in imprint for your scissors. We're going to pulse the legs away 2 times, and then you switch. And it's actually more of a reach, and then we switch. Reach, reach, switch. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, gazes at the knee. For those of you who want more of a challenge, we're going to take our arms by our side and just let them hover. Let's go ahead and do 4 more rounds. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Hug the knees in and roll the head side to side. Deep breaths in and out, relaxing any tension that neck, shoulders, and face. We're going to take our left leg along the mat. Arms out to the side, palms facing down, reach the right leg up. Without any shifting in the hips, so very minimal movement at the back of the pelvis, we're going to cross our midline, keeping the hips on the floor, circle down, out to the side, again, keeping the hips on the floor, back up to center. And really stretch through that leg. We're going to inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Single leg circles. 1 more time. Reverse it out to the side, keeping that left hip on the mat, crossing the midline, circle right back up. Again, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more this way. Hug that knee and give it a nice little hug towards your chest or armpit. Let the hip open. We're going to send that leg down, right arm out to the side, left leg through tabletop, reach that leg up, and again, cross the midline, circle down, out to the side and up. 1. Very minimal movement at the back of the pelvis. 3. Think about the leg getting longer. 4. 1 more. 5. Let's reverse that circle. 5. Inhale, exhale. 4. Inhale, exhale. 3. And 2. And 1. We're going to give that left knee and hug in towards your chest or even armpit to allow the hip to open. Deep breaths in and out. Hug both knees in. Roll to the side and pick yourself up. We're going to stack the feet and the knees. On this side, I'm going to be on my forearm. For you at home, you can go ahead and come up onto your hand. My wrist just isn't 100% ready yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do this on my forearm on this side and then on my hand on the other side. So again, we want our knees and our hips stacked. When you're up on your hand, think about your hand being in alignment with where your knees are. So you're going to start with your hand a little bit in front of your shoulder. We're going to take our top hand at our hip. We're going to push the hips up and forward. And we're going to hold it there. Good. Let's take that top knee. We're going to lift the knee and the foot for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee down. Bring the hips back and down. Now, as we come up, we're going to press up. Remember, hips come forward to come up, and then we go back down for 5. Press forward. And 4. And 3. Just squeeze the back of the body. 2. Make sure that this shoulder is down and away from your ear. And 1. Now we're going to put those together. So as you press the hips up, lift the top leg. 6. Down. 5. Down. 4. Down. 3. Down. 2. We're going to hold this one up. Take that leg, reach it out. Give me little circles. 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse it. 6, 5, 4. About as big as a tennis ball is what your circle will be. And we're going to bend the knee, bring the knee and the knee and the hips down. And then we're going to go ahead and unstack the legs so you're in like your mermaid zigzag. And we're going to take a stretch up and over the legs just to open up that side body before we do the other side. And let's go ahead and swing our legs around. Again, we're going to stack the knees and the feet. This side I'm going to go ahead and be on my hand because it's my okay hand. And again, we want the hand in alignment with the knee. So again, you're going to start with your hand slightly in front of the shoulder. Top hand on our hip, shoulders back and down. We're going to push those hips up and forward and we're going to hold. So again, try to get the hips forward, shoulders back, top leg. We're going to lift knee and foot together. 9, 8, 7, just working the abductors of the hip. 5, plus we get all this nice core work underneath. 3, 2, 1. Gently bring the hips and back and down. Now we're going to press the hips forward. Squeeze 6 and back down. And squeeze 5 and back down. And 4, stay strong through this bottom shoulder. 3, and exhale 2, and exhale 1. Now we're going to put those together, so as you press the hips up, top leg lifts. 6, and then we go back down. 5, and back down. 4, and back down. 3, keep going. 2, and 1. Good job. Uncross the legs, or unstack the legs, I should say, so you're in your mermaid or merman style. And let's go ahead and take that stretch to open up our side after being up in that low lever side plank. We're going to come on up, and let's come to a kneeling position. Again, trying to get the hips forward so we're not sitting back like this. So really get the back of the body engaged so the front of the hip is open. Take your thumbs, find the bottom of your rib cage. Take your middle fingers and find the hip bones that stick out in front of the pelvis. It's a little more narrow than your hips. We're going to keep this distance the same, and I want you to flex the knees. You'll feel your quads, and you're going to push into the floor to come back up. And as we flex our knees, as we go back, we're not allowing this distance to change. So we're definitely not allowing it to open, and we're definitely not allowing it to close. All right, one more time like that, just so you can get a feel for it. Imagine a ball between your knees, squeeze that ball. We're going to take the arms straight out. We're going to lean back, inhale, come right back up. 5. Inhale, lean. As you come up, think shoulders over your hips. 4. You'll feel your abs brace as you go back. 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Push those feet in the floor. One more time. Now, as we lean back, we're going to swoop one arm down and then swoop it back up 1. We're going to do that on the other side. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Even weight in your knees as you swoop and rotate. 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, exhale 6. We got 2 more. Inhale, exhale 7. One more time, exhale 8. Cross the knees, roll over the feet and the knees. Flexing the feet, scooting down to the edge of your mat. Big stretch forward, we're going to scoop and roll back. All right, everybody, point those toes, arms overhead, draw the ribs down. If it doesn't feel comfortable for you to rest your hands, just allow them to hover above the floor. And we're going to lift the arms, draw chin and chest. We're going to roll up, and as you roll up, you're going to bring your right leg to tabletop. So right now, you want to be to the back of the sit bones. If you want to grab the thigh to help you come up, you can. And then we're going to keep the tail tucked under so you'll feel shortened in the lower part of your abdominals and your hip flexors. And then we're going to lengthen our upper mid-back without coming any farther up onto the sit bones. Take those arms by your biceps. Now you're going to scoop and roll down. You can float the arms down as you reach out through that right leg to put it back down. And as the head touches, you can bring those arms overhead. Let's go ahead and do that on the left. Arms come up, draw chin to chest. We're going to roll up. When you hit your imprint is when you start to lift that left leg. Lift the upper mid-back, lift those arms. Tail still tucked under in your J shape for your spine. And then start to lower the arms as you reach out through the leg to put the leg down. As the head touches, arms go overhead. All right, let's make it a little more challenging. Arms float up, draw chin to chest. You're going to roll up, right leg comes to tabletop. Take those arms high. Now keep them there as you roll down. Reach through that right leg to lower back down. You'll feel that added challenge with the weight of the arms. Again on the left. Keep those arms right there. See if you can reach through that leg to balance out that weight as you roll down. All right, everybody, let's make it a little harder. We're going to lift those arms, drop chin to chest. You're going to roll up. The right leg's going to lift straight up this time. Optional, keep those arms by your ears as you lower down and lower the leg, or you can let the arms float down if it's getting a little too hard for you. Let's do that on the left. Really stretch through that leg to lower it down so you get that opposition. Abdominals are pulling back, but the leg is reaching in the opposite direction. All right, here we go. Let's make it harder. Arms come up, draw chin to chest. You're going to roll up. Now we're going to keep that leg there. We're going to roll down. Now I'm going to roll up towards it. Good. Now as we roll down, we lower the leg. One more time on the left. Arms float up, curl up. Keep that leg there, roll down. You'll notice I'm lowering my arms a little bit, and then we're gonna roll back up. See if you can keep your arms by your ears and roll back down as you lower that leg. Bottoms of the feet together, everybody. Keeping the arms overhead, just draw your feet in. We're gonna press our hips up. Nice passive iliopsoas stretch. Relax any gripping in your hips. Your weight should be at your shoulder blades, not your neck. You might sway a little bit side to side, that's normal. Deep breaths in and out. Letting our heart rate come down a little bit. And we're gonna lower those hips back down. Take the arms up, palms facing in, shoulder blades down onto the mat. We're gonna bring our knees in just a little bit and then turn your feet out so the heels are together, toes are apart, and then lift your heels up as high as feels comfortable for you. Might just be a little hover, and that's all right. We want our weight at the big ball of the foot. And we're gonna keep our spine in neutral, so melt the ribs down, engage the pelvic floor. It's like the feeling of picking up a tissue from the floor, enough where you'll start to feel the lower part of your abdominals tighten and flatten and your waist cinch. We're gonna press those hips up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more hip lifts. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna lower halfway down, 1-inch pulses up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep your hips up, lower the heels, and lift. 10, 9. Keep those heels connected. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. We're going to lower the hips all the way back down. Unclick your heels, plant your feet flat, hip width apart, knees also hip width apart. And we're going to go ahead and press the body into the mat. Engage the pelvic floor. Again, it's like picking up a tissue from the floor. So feel your abdominals brace and tighten. And let's lift and lower our hips. Here we go. 10, 9. Pull your knees over your toes. 8, 7. Just squeeze the glutes. 6. All the way up, all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold our hips up. Lower halfway down. 1-inch pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7. Make sure your knees are hip width apart still. 4, 3, 2. Hold those hips up. Now lift your heels. Lower. 10, 9. Squeeze the back of your body. 8, 7. Make sure your weight's at the big ball of the foot when you lift those heels up. 4, 3, 2. Plant those heels down. Lower the hips down. We're going to take our arms out to the side, palms facing down, knees and feet together. Imprint and see if you can lift both feet up off the mat into tabletop. We're going to move along to the stretching part of our class today. So we're going to stretch again for about 3 to 5 minutes. So we're going to start with a nice little neuromuscular. Usually it's used as a warm-up, neuromuscular warm-up, but we're going to use it today as a cool down. So we're going to take our legs over to the left without allowing your knees to come apart. Your right hip's going to come off your mat, but not the shoulder blade. Take an inhale, hold. Exhale, use the core to bring those legs back to center. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, knees over to the right. Remember, your left hip comes off the mat, so there's no shifting in the knees or hips. Inhale to stay. Exhale, engage through the obliques to come back to center. Let's do that one more time each way. Inhale to the left. Exhale, come back to center. I had the breath wrong. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to the left. Inhale, we hold. Exhale, come back to center. Let's go ahead and do that one more time each way. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to the left. Inhale, hold. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to the right. Inhale, hold. Exhale, come back to center. We're going to hug the knees in. Give them a nice little squeeze. Maybe curl up a little bit towards them like a little ball. And then we'll roll to the side and pick ourselves up into a quadruped. Stepping the left foot forward, come up onto your fingertips and open up the front of the right hip. Deep breaths in and out. When you feel comfortable, bring the hands onto the knee. We'll take the same arm as leg that's back up at a gentle back bend. Draw the ribs down, lower the arm, rotate to your back leg. Circle the arm up, bring it onto the outside of your left knee, left arm forward, and we're going to rotate away. Circle the hand up, bring both hands back onto the mat. Now we're going to practice a little split, so let's straighten the front leg. For those of you who don't want to practice your split, you're just going to keep your front leg straight as best you can. Think about lifting your sit bones up so you get that stretch in the hamstring. If you want to practice the split, go ahead and send the front leg forward or left leg back. If you're at home, which you probably are because we're on video, right? Just be careful, okay? Don't overstretch. If you feel pain, back off a little bit. If you're practicing your split today, we can turn the back leg out and you can come down lower. Pick yourself up, drag that front foot in, and then back into your hip flexor stretch. So if you're stretching your hamstring, just bend the left knee to sink into the right hip again. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. Stepping the left foot forward, right foot. Sink down into the front of the left hip. When you are ready, hands on the knee. You want to make sure this knee is right over your ankle. Same arm as leg that's back. We're going to lift it high, add that gentle back bend. Draw the ribs down, lower the arm, rotate to your back leg. Make sure you're breathing. Circle the arm up, hand goes to the outside of your right knee, right arm forward, rotate away. Circle the hand up, bring the hands onto the mat. We're going to straighten the front leg. Think about lifting the sit bones. You're straightening your back. You'll feel that deepened stretch in the hamstring. Stay here if you do not want to practice a split. If you want to practice your split today, just send the front leg or back leg out. Hips square to begin. Remember, if you feel pain, back off. We don't want to overstretch. If you're in your split, you could turn the back leg out and then come down a little farther because you're in turnout. We're going to pick ourselves up, drag that front leg in, and then sink back down into the front of your hip. So if you're in your hamstring stretch, just bend the right knee to come back into your hip flexor stretch. And then we're going to bring that leg back and sit up nice and tall on our mat with one leg in front. And just nice and tall through the spine. Closing the eyes and settling into the body. Feeling any changes after our 15-minute core workout and stretch today. And we'll do a deep breath in together. And exhale, give yourself a little smile and open your eyes. Thank you everybody for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this class. Just a real quick one. Sometimes we don't have a lot of time, but it's nice to get a quick workout in. And again, just give me some time as I relocate and spend some time relocating to start posting more content. So I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day.